So here's the thing, because Shanna's right, but as men have to vet differently, because at the end of the day, women can play the long con. We've seen it time and time again. Women will, listen, women will befriend another woman to kind of, women are doing it now, befriending a woman to swipe her that van, right? Like they just
listen, Gabrielle Union befriended that man's wife and it took him.
Right. So that, to what Trigger Mike is saying, is like there does have to be that additional layer of like, there can't be any space for competition. You have to fit into the system instead of trying to best the wife that's already there. Like competing out of love is very different than competing to win. And that's the mentality that you have to vet for, of like, she wants into the system and not to push your existing wife out of the system.
Mm-hmm. My point earlier when I was saying that if somebody is like that, you just don't even. That's the prevention portion. Like you would just avoid that completely and having the discernment to see that.
And sometimes women can see that out of other women, and I think that that's the importance of having communication. You know, speaking to your wife about stuff like that. Like she's getting to know her, just like you getting to know her. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that I'm just talking. Go ahead, Never.
No, I was agreeing with you. No, you was on something.
Because women can see stuff that men can't see. You know, and. You know, you have a little some conversation, it start all coming out, get a little drunk, tipsy. At least for me, I tell everything when I'm tipsy. But just
we know.
I'm the most honest. And listen, it was some
last week.
Honest shit. I wake up the next morning like I should have said that, but I did. So I think that it's important to, I know that you're not said that you don't have to involve your wife, but I think that there's some benefits to involving your wife. You know, because she can definitely see into other women, kind of see how this is playing out. Like, sometimes that's the problem. They can see when, even now, when you're dealing with, let's just say, another woman and you call her your friend, and now your girlfriend is like, no, that's not your friend. I can see what is happening right here. She's playing like she your friend, but she want my man. She got to go. So I think that that's, important.
You've been the detractor. What other detractions you got for it? Because I know you got them bubbling in there.
Who?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, y'all just make it seem as if, like Alexa, can it work? Yes. On a large scale in America, it will not work. Only because of the mentality of, I would say mainly the women, because like I'm just being honest. I would say mainly the women.
No, it's the man, bro.
I would say mainly the women, and the reason why I say that is because women feel entitled to their own. Like they do not like to share. Women
but
here
they sharing HD. They are sharing.
But a lot of women aren't sharing willingly. They're sharing.
Know women. You think women don't know? These women know they being cheated on.
No. There are some women that don't know, but there are women that do know. But what I'm telling you, more times than not, women are selfish.
So here's the thing, HD, is I think from a man's perspective, it can seem like a woman doesn't know. But the one thing that women know about each other is they will lie to themselves to keep that delusion real. Right? Women know, whether it's your intuition, whether it's like you've seen things, whether you've
heard,
the way
he's acting is a little different.
Yeah, women will lie to themselves and somehow find a way to rationalize things to continue to live in that delusion. But I wanted to say this, right? The fact that Trigger Mike has a mental tally of women who were already looking to play the second wife is proof enough, right? I don't think he's the anomaly. I think most men who were good husbands, good fathers, actively have at least 2 or 3 women in their head that have already not just observed, but observed and expressed, I'm willing to take that role,
Yeah.
right? Alluding to what I said earlier, women saying they're not going for it is to deter the men who aren't qualified in their mind to have multiple women. They don't want to broadcast it because then somebody turns around and says, well, didn't you say this on this podcast? Didn't you say this on your Instagram post? And she doesn't want to be like, not for you, right? She's trying to preserve that level of herself where when the right man does come along, where she does feel like that, she has the space to vocalize, well, I didn't think about it before, but like, maybe talk to me a little bit more about it. Let me hear your perspective about it. And she'll allude to the fact that she can be convinced by you, right? It's your job as a man to suss out what her intentions are behind that. But way more women are okay with it than are actually vocalizing that they're not.
Let
And
me
look at
add
it this way, Mike. It's women. I know we hear about the side chick, right? And we give her a bad name, but it's women who really don't want to be the side chick, but they are.
So I was actually just gonna say that. So HD, look at it this way. A long time ago, my OG frat brother, we were talking about a situation I was having where I kind of got embarrassed because I got caught out with I don't know, I guess another girl, but my main girl was also at the frat party, right? So he said, this is what y'all young boys' problems is. Y'all keep lying to these women. Tell them the truth and they gonna mess with you anyway. I thought he was crazy for doing that. And I started doing what he said. When you give them when I gave them a choice, literally probably 80% of the time they would not take it well at first. They might have left, and then all of a sudden they just act like everything was natural, which was basically them giving consent to, well, I know what you're doing out here in these streets. I'm just not willing to stop fucking with you. So then if they're willing to do that, willingly play the other one, not even the other woman, but know that you have other women, they already consenting. It's just that we're not giving them. Society is making them shame, cheating, and want exclusivity and all this stuff because it's a part of the equality boss bitch narrative. But in a many ways, they've already consented to this shit a long time ago, bro. They share men.
But my argument isn't that. My argument is that by and large, they're only doing that for a small number of men. Certain
For
qualities,
sure.
certain
Okay,
things.
yeah, that part.
We're not gonna argue with that. We know
The
that.
argument that I keep making is the majority, not this. If you have certain qualities, you have certain mindsets, this, that, and the third. Like, even when people can handle more, they still be like, oh, I could do more, but I'm fine with where I'm at. So that's why I'm saying, like, large scale, y'all not wrong as far as having examples of it working. I'm saying in a grand scheme of things, I don't think the majority of women in the US will go for it.
I think that just because of the way we're set up right now, but I do think that the way we are moving today, we are doing it just not in a legal way. Okay, they're doing it. We cannot argue with the fact that they are already doing it. That's just the way. If you're gonna sit here and say most women are dating the top 10%, are trying to run after that, we know that he ain't doing it. He's in multiple relationships. Okay, so they are already doing it, but with no benefits. At least if you get married, there's a benefit to it. There's security to that. There's provision. There are things that go along with being married. So they're doing it right now free of charge. There ain't no benefits besides getting late, strung out every night. Like, there's no other benefit to it. The real benefit comes with the security of marriage for women. So imagine if it were legal. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not promoting polygamy. I'm not promoting cheating. I'm just looking at it from all angles.